I think it's a little bit interesting that if I think about how many commercial rights that I know has been hacked, meaning copy, copycats or illegal copies like DVD, CD, perfume, furnitures, light, sort of, right? And how influenced this kind of cartel is. Like some of the farm animals were in stables that design were the same group, meaning that the law had to change because animal welfare was illegal and that economy was suffering and health problems occurred, right? So this is not a small case. It's a case of extremely sadistic behavior from everyone, also from supposedly officials. Meaning that if I go and say I'm hacked, they will laugh in my face. So you actually got a security problem for educated officials, meaning if you have an education as a police officer or a lawyer, you might be in danger because there's so many copy products right now that frankly I wouldn't know where to buy equipment, where to buy a safe perfume, where to buy things on the net, right? So basically, I'm just one of the few that maybe got insight because I'm a designer, but I also know something about crime. Value in somehow deeply trouble for me because mostly people they give up. So my experience is that if I take a walk around in Denmark in the airport, in some of the perfume sale, I will find at that time in the 80s my own design on sale. But it wasn't from the company, it was copy market. Now you can say what does it matter because a cheap perfume is good for everyone, right? But you can say how come that I'm an official in a way. I'm created peace in Northern Ireland, all that Yugoslavia and DDR were for, right? So basically, I'm one of your officials that guarantee freedom and safety. That was ignored, meaning that these people don't really respect the official. Not a new thing, right? Then you could say, oh, you are also a designer, but why don't you just make a new page and a new design? Yeah, but I lost actually a lot of time making perfume design that people stolen and also film manuscripts, synopsis that people stolen, right? So I actually know that if I opened up an office and made design, they would do the same thing again for sure. So how come that all of you on the internet, hackers, film people, journalists, lawyers, fake pages of lawyers, court system official, think that you're going to get free? Because this is organized crime. This is mafia. And actually, the mafia can advertise you're going to pay overprice your loan, overprice your garbage, overprice your electrics, overprice your medication, overprice your food, and you will become a loan shark victim, right? So I don't think it's just me having a problem. I think you have a problem. And I think actually the United States, the tax wall and also the claim on intellectual rights in this area were fair, right? Because that's the only way you can tell this organized crime, hey, you went too far. Now we're going to tax the product, so you want to pay tax or not, right? So basically, there's also another thing about copy products. Listen careful. When you buy copy products, there's no guarantee what's inside of it, meaning dog food, meaning perfume, meaning food, meaning cigarettes, alcohol, horse food. You don't know what's inside when it's copy product because they will put some cheap shit in it. So you might be sick of it. Another thing is that when you have these copy products on CDs and DVD, even when you loans in the library, you went to a public library and loaned a CD or a DVD, but it was hacked. It was a copy product. Meaning when you come home, you put it in your player and you become hacked. And you know what? That might not be a problem for you. You got a virus, blah, blah, blah. But in the virus that you got into your house, they target your children. They target your young women for sexual industry. You didn't know that, did you? That meaning when your student is dancing in the field of, gymnastic or dancing, you didn't know that on the CD is programming that you hardly know about. So basically, don't leave your kids alone watching these kind of loans, right? You know that sells psychology when you're watching movies or child programs. There is a secret cell psychology in it, trying to make you groom you a little bit to buy some stuff. Meaning there could be like secret pictures that's known now, that inside the film was a picture of Coca-Cola. And you didn't see it because the picture is so fast. Another thing is that the grooming is not maybe a concrete thing, it's a way make you think a way. I'm gonna think about this. So if you're always watching cartoons, you will think a particular way. And you will grow up thinking a particular way. In the same thing, if you're a child, a woman, you would think this way about a product. There are some intelligent people saying that everybody is brainwashed in the way that we all like to buy Coca-Cola and not some kind of unknown substance. We don't want to, if you ask people if they prefer another brand, they will probably say no. That's brainwash, because it's probably the same. We have also, like, if you say how you're going to live, the way you've chosen to live, right? But it's not free. And you can say the same way how you look at things. Denmark's radio is very much into mixed sex, right? They think that the young people should be free, rebelling, sexual active very early. That might be a problem because that's the agenda of a consumer. They will say your child, when it goes to be a student, it's going to drink a lot, it's going to have free sex, maybe abortions, it's going to be in a sort of party, right? That's a consumer thinking. Your child is not going to choose, well, I'm not going to drink that much, I'm not going to party that much, I'm not going to have sex. I'm not against people doing that, but is there a kind of isolation of the people that refuse to be double sex, gender struggle, sugar dating? Why is it okay to be sugar dating but not drinking, right? So it's not as simple as that. Another thing is that you could say after Second World War, there was limited products, so people couldn't get what they needed. And that may be the reason for the black trade, right? You could get a perfume, but it wasn't the real Coco Chanel, it was something else. In that way, I understand, right? But I have to say that I'm a designer. I lost my life on this. I was even robbed in 2012. I nearly died, right? And my son is missing. And right now I'm going to be homeless. So I have to put down the animals to get a room or something. So basically, this is not a child game. This is not something funny. It might be that you can say you can get some cheap perfume and shoes from China or from Russia, Philippines, or even Denmark. But what are the consequences? For some people, you might not feel it, but there are some people that the consequences are very high. And when we talk about cartel, or in another word, mafia, they will try and attack prices, right? Now we got like advertising on electric prices that everybody think that electric is higher priced now than for a year ago. Maybe not. Maybe you're just a target.